still struggle as a society with having enough women in leadership positions.
Don't get too caught up in this issue of I'm a woman in a man's world.
I would dress in a way that I knew would make other people feel comfortable. That actually in some ways goes against who I am, which is I want to do what I want to do, and I'm not going to do something to please somebody.
So when everybody says there's a perfect work-life balance, I tend to disagree, and especially for a leader.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions which really bothers me is that women bosses don't help women in the organization.
Women as entrepreneurs or women as promoters don't always get their fair due.
Men have to also realize the desire to have the diversity in the workplace comes not just because you want the numbers to show. The customer, which is often female, and you want those perspectives coming into the organization are key.
Women in India, as we know, grow up believing an ecosystem telling them that you should be at home taking care of your child and your family. Even if you're an amazing leader in something, that's not enough, because unless you're an amazing mom and unless you're an amazing wife, an amazing daughter-in-law, and etc., you will never be enough. Men, I see, don't suffer from that much guilt at all.
I can't think of a single woman who doesn't feel guilty. Guilty because you're at work when you're needed at home, and you're guilty when you're at home and you're needed at work.
But guilt comes with, the enemy's time. And what you end up sacrificing most of the time is good time with the family.
Anytime people would invite me for women events, I would say, no, don't do anything special for women. And then I realized how wrong I was in trying to superimpose what worked for ICICI everywhere else in the world.
As women, we land up working incredibly hard at both parts of our lives.
Industry has been male-dominated for centuries. If you don't have women in the mix, you'll never see diversity.
The word impossible, improbable does not exist in my lexicon.
And I think it's about finding your own path and finding your own road, especially for women. There's a lot of feedback given about finding mentors, and I think it's important to look outside and to find people that you resonate with who can help you. It's equally important to look inside.
I firmly believed in collaboration.
Empowering and getting the young band as enthusiastic about the outcome and the future way forward.
You always want to surround yourself with people smarter and better than you.
Make sure you make every person feel important.
People will take sons of family businesses and paint them as these amazing industrialists and entrepreneurs who've built everything. But for the same thing, for women, will be always sort of painted as a family accomplishment.
The rules, I think, have to be clear that all things being equal, the woman gets the job.
Recognize talents and skills in people that they themselves did not know they had.
Making sure you are on top of every game.
I think it's about picking your battles and about saying that, look, I want to be the strong, determined person that I am and be able to communicate my message in a gentle, kind, hopeful way.
Indra Nui, people like Christine Lagarde.
My hero was Ruth Ginsburg. I just couldn't believe the life she led and what she did and how she did it.
Kiran Mazumdar, for just the enormous amount of courage the woman has.
Someone like Ila Bhatt created the Self-Employed Women's Association.
Zia, for her warmth. She's the most warm human being ever. She envelopes you like a bear.
So I would say my mother was my best mentor. Same principles. Honesty pays, be fair, be just. You don't get anything by taking shortcuts. Hard work, there is no substitute for it.
I had to deal with a mother who insisted that I complete my graduation, become economically independent.
My daughter, her friends are the future. The way they think, the way they work are a great inspiration for me.
I had a husband who encouraged me to complete my law degree, and then I joined ICICI. The switch happened from a silly, giddy girl who only wanted to enjoy life into completely doing what was good for India.
I think different things have inspired me at different times, but today what's inspiring me is, like I said, impact.
The world is your oyster, and if you're an Indian CEO, there's no better place to be in.
Courage is not the absence of fear, but it is the ability to overcome it.
Be nothing but honest to yourself. Know what you are, know who you are, understand your weaknesses, know your strengths.
Don't see glass ceilings where they don't exist.
हम जो भी करते हैं ना, हम अच्छा करते हैं.